Hello, New Wave of British Heavy Metal.com here. It's the 26th of December 2020. Here we'll take a quick look at Ian Parry's Rock Emporium Society of Friends CD. Before we do that, the usual opening plea if I may, and that's if you would subscribe to the channel, that would be excellent and most appreciated. Really would. Right, Ian Parry. If you might not be familiar with Ian, I would suggest that you put that right and pick this album up, or in fact anything he's done, really. Ian, if you might not already know, possesses, certainly in my opinion and many others, one of the most powerful and melodic voices in rock. And he's a bit of a musical genius to boot as well. A little bit of a brief history. Back in the 90s, he had spells with Vengeance, which was surely one of the best Euro metal outfits of the 80s and 90s, including the likes of Arjun Lukasson, none other. Then he was in Elegy, which was surely one of the best progressive metal bands of the 1990s. Check out their stuff like Principles of Pain and whatnot, fantastic stuff. And since then, well, whilst he was in those bands as well, he put together a 5 CD rock prog metal odyssey, which was the Consortium project. And that all those 5 CDs, if you can pick them up, just get them as well. Brilliant stuff. But anyway, we're talking about Society of Friends. This came out 2016. And as the title suggests, you know, Society of Friends, he's called up some quite tasty names to put the weight to this album as well, and it's a little bit like the Consortium project stuff, but with most of the progressive bits chopped off, and it leaves a really splendid sort of classic stroke melodic metal album with hints back to the 1970s and 1980s throughout. Generally, it's powerful stuff as well, got some kick behind it. But then, as is Ian's way, there's enough finesse and melody to make, well, it's a little bit like when Whitesnake were good, if you remember those days, before they went all MTV and crap. Ian sings up a storm, he's on top form, the musicianship as well, top-notch stuff throughout. We've got the Vengeance connection, because the Baron Corbois provides some really chunky but tight bass lines. We've got Timo Summers, who, of course, son of the late Jan Summers. He shreds away all over it. And, you know, everyone plays the part here to full effect. It's not one of those things, well, there's some big names here, so it must be good. And they often turn out to be bad, don't they? But that's not the case here. Ian Parry put together fine cast of musicians, and it's a top-notch classic stroke heavy, stroke melodic rock album. It really is. You know, like Stone Cold Fever, the opener, for example, it's punchy, it's melodic, it's hard, and it tells a story. The rest of it throughout is first-class melodic stroke classic metal. And there's nothing not to like throughout it. And I'm guessing this is a one-off from Ian, but whether he'll do another one or not, I don't know. But just check it out. If you're not familiar with Ian Parry, you really should be. He's a fine vocalist, fine musician, and put together a really solid, chunky, classic rock sounding album here. Just go out and buy it. Or anything that Ian's done, buy it. As always, there is a link in the description below to the album on Amazon if you would like to check it out. Also a link to the post on the website if you'd like to read that as well. As always, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and take care.